So this video is going to be a little bit different than usual, and that's because a lot of the time I have something somewhat prepared for what I'm talking about, and I haven't really done something like this in a while. But basically today I just kind of wanted to have a conversation with you guys more or less about the state of the game and primarily Battle Royale. It's been a topic that's been beaten to death on the internet for a really long time now, but just recently it's been trending again after statistics have been shown that things like zero build is outperforming regular builds for Battle Royale, and everything that's going on with the creative maps rising, especially Steal the Brain Rot, and that getting a ton more players than Battle Royale. And I don't know, I just think it's kind of a weird timeline we're in right now. Like, I'd always expect Battle Royale to be on top, be the one that's pulling a majority of the views. But lately, it's been pretty slow. Numbers wise, there aren't really a ton of people playing the main BR mode. And you're seeing the rise of creative happening, which should be a good thing, but is happening in a way that most of us didn't expect or want it to go down. I know Battle Royale is a genre that feels like it's as old as time at this point. Plenty of games have done it, and Fortnite being the most popular game for this genre has beaten it to death plenty of times as well. And I'm wondering now if people are starting to get tired of Battle Royale. I definitely don't think that there's not a need for it anymore, and that people are just not excited about it at all. Like, I still think the seasons that Fortnite pumps out nowadays have their moments. Like, there's a lot of good content that comes out of these seasons that Epic makes, and it's really showing, I feel like, more than ever right now. But the player count doesn't really reflect that. You know, a brand new season launches and you're kind of gonna get your peak there, you know, at the very beginning, first week or two. Over time, as the season progresses, the player count sort of dives down until like a major update happens, and then you reel a lot of people back in. That's really true for any game. But with Fortnite, it's always kind of been like that. Unless there's like a ground-breaking update that brings in just a ton of people back to the game, it's always just kind of get its little peak at the start of a brand new season and then dip down until a new update comes out, and it just repeats the cycle. But lately, it's been lower than usual. Fortnite has a lot of modes now too, right? So you could also look at it like Battle Royale just seems lower now because Fortnite has spread out the player base. And that's something that I do think about time to time. Like, because we have so many modes, there's just people playing all these other modes. And so you'll have 100 people playing this creative map and 1,000 people playing this map and maybe 10,000 people playing OG at a certain time. Like, you know? And the thing about zero build having more players than regular builds is also pretty surprising. But once you really start to think about it, isn't really. I think we're just at a point where people just want to hop in and play and don't want to focus on getting good at building. And it wasn't always like that, because when Fortnite was growing at the beginning of its lifespan, learning how to build was like the hottest thing. And since everyone was at a similar skill level, it wasn't the hardest thing in the world to compete against. But now, people just want to hop in, run around, use the new guns, and win. That's about it. With the rise of the metaverse and all these different modes that are a lot more casual than Battle Royale, like regular building Battle Royale, I feel like people just got accustomed to not building as much. And I mean, let's face it, you know? Sometimes after taking a break myself from Fortnite and hopping into builds, it's a shit show. You're gonna run into these sweats who don't get off the game and have been putting a lot of hours into practicing their building skills and just get absolutely bodied. It's kind of frustrating sometimes, like, I'm not gonna lie. It gets me mad, and I know it gets a lot of my friends mad as well. We got lives, we got things to do during the day. And the skill ceiling is just so insanely high right now. Like, it's just hard to find time to really put into the game and get good at building again. So I can't see why zero builds is doing well. I've been playing a lot of zero builds lately, and it is kind of more refreshing. I don't have to deal with a wannabe Peterbot or a wannabe Clicks boxing up and piece controlling me. It's just a lot more simpler, and I think a lot more people are starting to see that. Plus, with modern Fortnite seasons, there's already a whole lot happening within the game itself. So many gimmicks, and especially this season with all these busted weapons and hostile mobs attacking you. Taking away the building aspect of the game might really help with a lot of things for people. I feel like if the game were to be a lot more simpler, like if we were to have a more grounded Battle Royale season, the player count for builds might actually rise again. But as of right now, I think people just don't really want to deal with that mess, and I completely understand. I do wonder though how this is gonna affect the game moving forward. Like, we only know that Fortnite is gonna get crazier and crazier with their seasons. Like, every season there's gonna be some type of gimmick involved. And as they keep expanding the metaverse, it's only gonna introduce a lot more casuals to the game. So there may really be a time where zero builds completely dwarfs builds for like a long period of time. And I do wonder how that might affect loot pools moving forward and decisions that Epic makes for Battle Royale, like possibly more catering towards the zero build aspect of the game and that player base. But I don't know, it's just what I've been thinking about lately. A little food for thought. I really want to know what you guys think. Like, how is Battle Royale for you guys? Have y'all been enjoying it? What about OG, you know? I know recently we got Revan and basically Kevin the Cube again, repeating itself. But like, moving aside from like the storyline aspect and everything, how are we feeling about OG? Simplicity is back. And still, I feel like not a lot of people really care. It's kind of the same thing as main Battle Royale. OG pops off when there's a brand new season and people are gonna play it for a bit, especially to grind some XP for the OG pass. But then it just kind of dips until there's a bit of an update, like Revan the Cube. Personally, I still enjoy OG. I don't play it as much because I do want to try out the new things that main BR has to offer. And I've already played through all the OG seasons, so there isn't a whole lot new for me there. But whenever I am feeling a little nostalgia or classic, it is always nice to lean back on. But anyways, that's gonna be it for today's video. What do you guys think about the lower player counts than usual for the game, especially Battle Royale, and more specifically with builds in comparison to zero builds? I'd really love to know. As always, I want to thank all of you for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and use code TrulyMystic in the item shop if you would like to support me there. Now, I hope you all have a wonderful day or night, and I'll catch you in the next one. It's TrulyMystic, and until then, peace.